pressure, pressure, solo was a tesha, satesha, omuye no muyo, pilelubo miba, yegela banyo, landela mapupo, below pressure, pressure, solo was a tesha, satesha.
Why are we here? To protect. Who do we protect? IOcean. Who makes a difference?
We IOcean.
Who is the future?
We are the future.
Who is the future?
We are the future.
Who is the future?
We are the future.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where it's your host, Walter Black. Today we're here with this special lady. Hello, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, can you tell them what's your name and what do you do?
I'm Andrea Bradfield, and I am not so good at making money, but I'm very good at connecting people.
Yeah.
So I see people's talents and I want to connect them. So that's why it's important to have a network. And that's why we're saying to the kids, starting from a young age, to be in a group, be in a network, always walk around with a smile on your face, even though you don't feel like that, because you never know who's watching, who's going to spot you and talent spot you and think, wow, you're amazing. Here, come and join our gymnastic group, come and join our boxing group. It's all about showing up. And even though life is very, very tough, you can make a huge difference. And that's what we're trying to instill in kids with IOcean. It's going from connecting to nature, being in the wide open environment like we are at the beach. We are so blessed to live in Mossel Bay. We have the beauty of abundance. We have the big 5 marine species right here. We have fauna and flora. It's amazing what we have got in this wonderful town. So it's trying to get the kids to connect to that. And then by connecting with that, then they can then also think about protecting the environment, do beach cleanups, and then we're building on their skill sets, working in a team, working on the leadership skills, as you can see what we've got today going on.
Yeah, let's talk about IOcean Trust. When did it start and what it is?
So it was set up and founded by Sopamela Kwa from the Eastern Cape. She came to Mossel Bay and I had the fortune to meet her, and we worked on the See the Change program, which was a community project working on marine awareness, particularly for the sharks. When she came 6 years ago, and even 20 years ago, this was the capital in the world where you could see sharks. In that 6 years, last 6 years, the numbers have dwindled and we're down to a handful now. So that shows the critical level we're at with marine conservation and conservation in general. So Sopamela and I started this organization that we could then ask the kids, get them empowered to connect so that they can basically carry the legacy forward and become the next guardians.
Okay, that's beautiful. Let's talk about our business, our partners, Payloads. How did you guys connect with them and how they helped you guys?
So it's always difficult to raise sponsorship and funding. And in the past, we've had money from the Petroleum Agency, IOcean, and Bay Loans has been proudly supporting Mossel Bay community activities for the last, they've been in business for 30 years. And they've been doing a lot of activities for the last 16 years. So they helped us with our, they had actually sponsored the first See the Change students we had. That was 6 years ago. And through there, we've built up a relationship and they're always willing to help participate. And very often they don't want any recognition. And through my marketing expertise, I said, Len, okay, I think it's now time that you come out of the shadows and you actually get some recognition for what you're doing, because it takes transport, it takes money to do what we're doing. We don't do things on a shoestring, but we do need someone to help and be the support. And Len's always very willing to support and help us in any way he can. T-shirts, everything costs money. And it's important that the kids feel, you know, they've got something to wear, they've got food in their stomach, and they've got transport from the community. And we've got people who can help us. And very often we have to help with a stipend to get people to come and do activities. So we are very, very appreciative.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, how do you feel about supporting businesses that support the organizations like yours?
So there's always a lot of opportunity to try and do recycling, waste management, and a lot of people, we live in a town where actually we have blue bags, we can recycle. I know a lot of restaurants, they don't recycle. They're throwing out their glass bottles. They're still selling the plastic containers for food. If you brought your own container and they charge less, it would cost them less, and actually you are benefiting because then you can reuse and wash that recycled thing again. So we're trying to get people to be mindful about, we do not want litter anywhere. Actually, Sopamela now works for the Sustainable Seas Trust, and they're trying to go to zero plastic. So if we can get away from using plastic completely, that is the goal.
That's beautiful, yeah. Okay, show us around. Who's here and what they do?
So we've got a real mixture of people, from people who work in the community, older people who we've helped then train to become cultural guides. They also helped us as interactors from schools like Indwe and Isolatisu. So they're here today because we're going to train the trainers, to train the ambassadors. They can go back into the schools and they can also then spread the word. And then we've got other kids from other youth organizations. There's 2 or 3 other ladies from other youth organizations. So again, it's connecting, it's collaborating and getting people to understand about the ocean and plastic awareness.
Okay, show us around. Yeah, start with this group.
So even here we can see there's plastic on the beach. So plastic this will be around longer than our grandchildren and their grandchildren. So this is why I said ideally zero waste. There is more move now to actually producing more plant-based containers and packaging, because plastic never actually, it just breaks down. It breaks down and then it turns in microfiber, and then it goes into the fish and then we eat it. So if we're not careful, we're actually eating that much plastic every day, microfiber. So we need to actually be very mindful and think about how we can stop future generations also having that problem.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Here we go. These guys.
Okay, let's start here.
So these guys are learning about the big 5 species in the sea. So again, if they can understand what we have, people talk about the big 5 in the safari industry, but we've got the big 5 here. So they're learning about the shark, as I mentioned, which is highly endangered. They're learning about the penguin, the African penguins. So back in the day, the seals were on the beach, the penguins were on Seal Island. Seal Island is now, they displaced the penguins, and now basically the seals are on the island and the people are on the beach. So habitat loss is a big issue. So also penguins are highly endangered and they may go extinct in my lifetime. They're also learning about dolphins.
Dolphins, my favorite.
Dolphins. And then they talk about sea turtles. Very often, again, you see little sea turtles washed up on the beach. Their story is a miracle. From a hatchling, they only have about a 1% success rate. So each and every little turtle is a miracle. And then they're talking about seals. Seals, natural acrobats. But if you ever see something on a beach, a seal that looks like it's in distress or doing something, you must phone the SMART helpline. Phone the police or contact somebody, because do not interact with animals. The seals have had rabies, so be mindful that they can bite and they can cause trouble. And that's also part of the ecosystem is broken down because there's not enough sharks to basically control the number of seals. So this is great. We've got a lady who's come from, she's studying nature conservation, and she's helping us today with an interactive session.
Okay, her.
So nothing goes to waste in the ocean. Even
The biggest.
absolutely nothing goes to
Garth
waste.
is taking. And we also work very closely with marine guides. So marine guides are very important to actually tell us about the marine environment. I am not a qualified marine specialist. People like Garth and Ricardo are qualified marine specialists. They've studied, they've got the qualification. So this is great. They're imparting their local knowledge to the community, to the kids and to tourists. So a vital part of what we're doing and working in collaboration with these guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's beautiful.
So here, Ricardo, as another marine guide, is talking about, let me just show you, cigarette butts. I mean, who knew? I have to try 7,000 chemicals in cigarette butts. They float for 2 kilometers. So one of these guys is going to float for a long way, and unfortunately that is then going to be a problem if fish eat it, turtles will die. It's a huge catastrophic problem. They eat it, and then we are then ingesting their carcinogenic cancer things in the fish. So if you want to smoke, which I think possibly is better than even vaping, dispose of it responsibly. Put it in a bottle, and then at least dispose of it. Don't just throw it on the ground, and certainly don't throw it on the beach. So that would be a key message.
Smokers, be a responsible smoker.
Yeah. So here we're just saying, keep litter out of the sea. So one person can make a huge difference. Rather than just tossing it down, mindfully think, okay, let me put it in a bottle or a paper. If you see a paper or a lollipop stick, pick it up, put it in the recycle bin. Or even think about making something creative out of it. We're trying to do a competition now, which is turn trash into treasure. Artworks,
that's
pictures.
beautiful,
That's our next project. We're going to do that and go into school.
Because we did more recycling
Yeah,
spaces.
yeah.
So that because we also did clean up at the
Yeah.
location, so
Yeah.
that at least if you pull this bag of plastic, you can
Yeah.
sell it.
You
somewhere.
never know what you're going to see in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the bottles you can return, which is really important.
Yeah.
But and bottle tops, you can hand those in, and if you collect a lot of the bottle tops, you can then help people get wheelchairs. A company will give you money back for the wheelchairs, and then people can then buy the wheelchairs.
that's
So
beautiful.
save the bottle tops and the bread containers.
That's
And so you can bring them to me or take them to tourism office, any bottle tops. And then they can basically, something meaningful could come out of that plastic.
Hustlers, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
Cigarette butts, sorry. Okay.
Here,
Okay, so you guys just explain what you're doing. So we're just on camera now. So explain, what are you telling the guys about different careers they can have in conservation?
Yes. So over here we are speaking about the. All
The
right.
creature, don't disappear. If you come this close this way, yeah.
All right. So, must I introduce
Yeah,
myself?
go.
All right. My name is Brendan. So, over here we are speaking about the importance of the ocean. It's not only important because we want to see the morning views, but it's also important because there are careers within the ocean. There are also life that is in the ocean. They call it the second world, that there's another world under the ocean. So over here we are speaking about the careers that you can get under the ocean. Like you can be a scientist in the ocean. That is the type of scientist is part of the marine scientist, where you study about sharks, dolphins, and all the other things. And then we have got also jobs like being a marine guide. We also have got jobs like the environmental content creators, where you use TikTok, YouTube, and other social media platforms, and the port and logic manager, which is part of the Transnet. So over here, I was just explaining about this, the zones in the Mosa Bay Ocean. Like we have got the sunlight zone, which is from 0 meters to 200 meters. And then we have got what we call the twilight zone, that is from 200 meters to 1,000 meters deep the ocean, where we find the manta ray, where we those animals that live around that place, they feed on food that sinks under the ocean. And then we've got the midnight zone, which is from 1,000 meters deep to 4,000 meters deep, where only a few animals live there because it's going deeper and it's dark as well. There is high pressure, there is low temperature, and there's a little oxygen and food. And then we have got what we call the abyssopelagic zone, which is the deepest, from 4,000 meters to 6,000 meters deep. It is
you're a star.
it is like the midnight zone. There is no light, there is a few animals that live there, and there are low temperatures and less food.
Do you know what happened to the whale?
there's Adri.
Brilliant.
Let's go to another
Do we
stop.
know what happened to the whale? Oh, by the trash.
Okay, we going
To the boxes, yes.
Yeah. It's still here.
I also wanted to talk about the whales. So the whales come to Mussel Bay every year, and it's amazing how these guys would not survive without the little guys, the krill. So we might all think we are small, insignificant, but this big guy wouldn't be traveling thousands and thousands of miles to Mussel Bay if he hadn't got the small stuff to eat. So we think, as I said, we can't make a difference, but even every small bit of action is really important.
That's good. Let's go to the next one. Hey, I see some fighting here also.
Let's put him down.
Okay. Tell us about.
So basically, we've worked a lot with the Akaya group. They're a boxing group, but also they are an entertainment group. They have worked with us for the last 3 years, and it's so amazing to work with their group. They have joined us in activities. We've taken them to the swimming pool, and we need to do more of that. The challenge in Mossel Bay is there is no actually indoor swimming pool, because it does make it much easier to learn to swim than that in the open sea. Today it's lovely and calm, and we have got lifeguards with us, but it's very important that you never underestimate the danger of water. You do it mindfully, but it's here to be enjoyed, but ideally when there are lifeguards on duty, or actually Santos Beach is the ideal beach because it's gentle waves. So these
And
guys...
also, sorry, speaking about the swimming pool, it's like, even in the location, there's been a cry, like a lot of people, they're like, yo, we need a swimming pool, yo, because a lot of things that's happening, it's not because of, how we call it, like witchcraft or anything, it's just because they can't swim.
Yeah, and even if you can just learn to float and just kind of not panic in a situation when you get into a riptide situation, but the key thing is to not go into the sea if you haven't got supervision, if the lifeguards aren't there. But in the ideal world, I've suggested that we even maybe work in conjunction with the police, the young offenders prison, and we have a combined swimming pool which they can use to re-teach people how to learn to be divers, swimming pool attendants, lifesavers, and then also the community can actually use the swimming pool, because that would be a win-win situation. So that is something I'm lobbying at government level to try and see if we can get that to happen. Because the trouble is with the swimming pool, it costs millions, millions and millions and millions, and that's just to build it, never mind to maintain it. So it is a big undertaking, but who knows, maybe the prison, and again in collaboration, again with business support, maybe that's an opportunity that there can be a win-win situation which stops drownings on our coastal areas, because that was a real tragedy that they had with some of the Ikea kids recently. So it's
that's
something
a
we
beautiful
felt.
idea.
Yeah.
If you're a businessman watching, please make sure you support.
That's something very vital.
Okay, Mr. Ikaya,
Right. And you've talked to Chile?
after. Okay, we're beginning our business. We're selling the khutbah there. Khutbah there comes as this is Okay.
Okay, thanks guys. My name is Lazola Tole. From Konongaba. I'm a boxing coach.
Yeah, khutbah. Like, boxer, like, tell us about the challenges you're finding and how do you help?
I just briefly started the boxing club, I think around 2021. It was during COVID that time. But since from that time, yes, we did manage to get a facility currently at municipality. But one of the biggest challenges it's a funding, guys. It's funding when it comes to transport, when it comes to equipment, boxing equipment. Even the current facility that we are using doesn't belong to us, because there's still another activity, because it's a community hall. Because we can't put our own equipment there permanently, because there's another activities that is happening also inside the hall. So you must
cater for everyone.
Must cater for everyone. Because so it means we are still looking for our own facility, so that we can be able to have a proper structure to do better with the boxing.
But the reason we're doing this documentary is it's called Beyond Business, because we engage our people and we're asking them that they shouldn't just support the business because of the product, but they must also support businesses that support the location, because we feel like that's a better fight than killing each other and saying Baba and all that stuff. Let's just support businesses that support. So what are the businesses that did try to support you guys?
I will mention businesses like Paylon. Paylon is one of our support. And then likes of Glory Porn is one of the business that also managed to support us previously. So, but currently, I don't want to lie, we're still struggling. But we do write letters and ask for funding, but yeah, nothing yet. But
Yeah. So
yeah,
if
we
a
keep
person
on.
watching this want to support or fund, where they can get you, your name.
Yeah,
and
we are based in Barcelona Hall for training at Kwanongaba, but we do have our own office that is also in Asla Hall. But you can contact me or also on my Facebook. It's King Kali or on Facebook. Then you can get me also my contact number. Yeah, you can contact me.
Okay, what's your number?
Yeah, my number is 081 031 2705.
Below pressure, pressure, solo was a tesha, satesha, omuyelo muyo, pilelu bomiba, yegela banyo, landela mapupo, below pressure.
Hi, so here we're with really top class people. We need more lifeguards. So please, if you've got a youngster, join what's the other group you've got? The Pathfinders?
Pathfinders, then we have the nippers from the lifeguards.
Yeah. So it's important to get your kids involved with a community activity. Sailing, sailing, it's the Skipper Foundation, IOceans, or the Surf Kids, or Sea Cadets. Get your kids involved with activity because they need to learn how to feel confident and safe around the sea. Over to Chile.
Big man. Our job is to make this area, this land, coastal area, and inside the sea, a safe and secure environment. And our job with this program, this Safety Waters Awareness Program, to reduce and prevent drownings. People are uneducated about the sea. Yeah. The sea is tricky and it's unpredictable. So you need to be cautious and you need to be alert on anything that happens. Now, this water safety program is necessary in Mossel Bay. In the past 100 years, nobody drowned here except one guy. Yeah. And it's surprising to say it was a lifeguard who got a heart attack inside the water. And the sad thing about that boy is that 3 months prior to that, his brother drowned at the Baka Beach, at Dyer's Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the Tipak. Is it like the same thing that's happening here? Do you also carry it on the other side?
Yeah, we are part of Eden Life Saving, and we're part of SI Life Saving as a whole. Now we cover about 28 beaches in Mossel Bay, from Glentana to Santos, and at the back we have Fleers Bay. But we closed Dana Bay. That beach that water is out of control, so we don't place lifeguards there. And this is Iletu, is our pride. His name means pride, and we are so proud of him. He's a big potential for life saving, especially coming from the townships. Learned from the age of 16, and now he's here. Iletu, you can.
You can tell us yourself and what do you do and how did you get into.
My name is Iletu and my surname is Chabe. I started life saving when I was 16 years old. I was encouraged by my friend who said there was a job here at the beach, but he didn't explain what job was it. So I just came here. When I arrived, I was shocked. I go, why are we here? He said, nah man, we're training to be a lifeguard. Lifeguard? I told him, nah, I can't swim.
Yeah, black people can't swim.
Yeah, I told him, nah, I can't swim. But he said, bruh, let's go. As you can see, there are black peoples. We have nicknames who is black. We have Akona. So we said, let's just try. So we tried. And while we were training, I also got robbed. And then I sat at home like for 2 weeks and told myself, nah, I can't do this anymore because every time when I come here, I get robbed. But I told myself, no man, let me go because I want to be a lifeguard and I want to save people's lives.
Respect, yeah. Sure. Resilience, man. That's Mossel Bay to you. Yeah.
So yeah, I did. And I finally knew how to swim. But my friend couldn't proceed further out with the swimming because he had something with ritual stuff, so something with his ancestors that they were not allowing him to swim, so he couldn't do life saving anymore. But I did. So my first year it was nice, and my second year I had a drowning there at Klein Park. It was a father and a son.
Ish.
But
There's lots of riptides in Klein
no, and I had
Hectic
only one
place.
flipper that time.
Yeah.
Because we had 3 at the beach. Then I had to take my one flipper, go in. When I arrived there, I asked myself, who should I take first?
Damn, bro.
When I told myself, ish,
So who did you take first?
I took the sun first.
The future, bro.
I took the sun first because
The future, bro.
then I took him out. When I came back, yeah, this guy is now going inside now, and the current is getting heavy. So, but they taught me how to swim, so I knew what to do.
Yeah.
I went to the father, took him, but I didn't take him out because my arms were tired, my arms were sore.
Sure.
So I asked for assistance, which is
Can you show the assistance?
how we communicate with lifeguards outside.
Yeah.
I track attention, then
Yeah.
assistant required. So he just came in and took over. When I got out, I was tired, but told myself, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to be.
You're a
Thank you,
hero.
brother.
We're not only
Respect,
teaching
dog.
the
You're a
guys
hero.
precautionary measures.
Yeah.
We're not only teaching precaution, but what to do in case of emergency. Like, for instance, when you're in the water, how you attract attention, what you do when the water pulls you in deep, not to panic, stay calm, and there's a way to work yourself out, swim parallel inside on the beach till you reach a breakwater. Where there's waves, there's always a sandbank. Where there's no waves, that's the actual current that can take you up to 300 meters inside the sea. And many people try to swim back and they tire themselves. As you can see, this is a neck of the current. It's very strong here. Many people land here, then they panic, they want to swim. They stay in one place until they die eventually. So the best thing is to stay calm, and you will give you a couple of, we learn the children, everybody in Muscle Bay, we learn them CPR. Not saving people on the beach only, but in the malls, our lifeguards is saving people around the way.
Yeah, the first aid.
He will tell you what to do.
Yeah. But I just want to ask first, like since you black, just like me, is it true that there's people living there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's come back.
But you can say the ocean is life. It's life.
But the way we see also, almost every time us black people believe that when you come at the beach, you throw a 2 rand.
Yeah.
So that your ancestors can save you.
Yeah.
So that you can't drown when you're swimming. So maybe there is, maybe there is not. I'm not sure.
As long as it works for you, man, that's all that matters. But then, bro, it's like we said with everyone that we've had a lot of kids that die in the ocean, and then we're crying for a swimming pool. What are your views in it?
You see, my views is the problem with the drowning here is that we don't work throughout the year. We only work seasonal. So during December, there are no many drownings. As you can see, we had the past drowning and we were not working that time. So my willing is for the municipality to make us work throughout the year, see, so that we can prevent drowning. Things like that happened the past few, I think, 2 months back or 1 month. The one that, so that these things can be preventable, you see. So also for the pools, that's nice. Like throughout the year when they can come
so that
here,
they can learn to swim
also
too.
learn how to swim. And we also have CPR, as Omchili said, which is when someone's drowning. When someone's drowning, you just attract attention, call another lifeguard to come and assist you.
How do you attract attention?
You just raise your hands.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
See, there are many people and the beach is also making noise, so you can't call out loud. So we have signals that we communicate with.
That's beautiful.
If
a
there's one important signal, tell them the shark signal. Whenever you see that,
when you see a shark, if you see a lifeguard doing like this,
run for your life, even on the water.
I wanna, if there's a businessman watching and then he wanna help you guys, who he can
we're struggling due to a lack of equipment, and as you say, we are not kept here throughout the year. Many people drown off season, at least so we can have at all the main beaches about 4 lifeguards throughout the year. We can't employ all 120 throughout the year. Only during December and Easter weekend. But the most drownings takes place, as I said, during off season. And it's sad, man, because there's hot days also in winter, there's hot days in spring. And so, but equipment-wise, especially on the rough beaches like Dyers, Great Bragg, the currents is very strong here, it's calm. And we need that equipment like jet skis and more pedal skis and equipment to save people. Because he said when he went to save, he had to go in very far to get somebody out. So he's tiring, man. We sent one lifeguard to see what the situation is there behind the waves.
Okay, can you give the number and the email they can contact?
Eden Life Saving, it slipped my mind now, man. But look, Eden Life Saving, it's the body that represents the whole Southern Cape of life saving. If you need any if you want to give any sponsorships, please, this is for a good cause. It's an essential service in Mossel Bay. We need this. We need this for the local people and for the tourists coming here to keep them safe and secure. And our job is to reduce and prevent drownings. That's, people is uneducated about this. So that's where we come in.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Below the pressure, the pressure, solo was a tesha, satesha, omuyelo muno, pilelu bomiba, yegela banyo, landela mapupo, below the pressure, the pressure, solo was a tesha.